Welcome back, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. I'm just about to put this journal in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And don't forget, it's all free shipping in my Etsy shop in North America. This is a beautiful book, and it is from the 1940s, so 80 years old. And as you can see, the title of this book is just perfect for a junk journal. The Heart Remembers. I love it. I didn't want to do too much to the cover because the sentiment is where I wanted the focus, but I did add this wonderful original antique Art Deco handle with the bakelite on it, which matches the color of the font here, the lettering, and it's got this beautiful brass classic Art Deco design. I love it. This actually has quite a bit of value in of itself. I just can't be bothered to sell little single things like that. And I want you to have it if you own this journal. Look how perfect do they go together. It's just wonderful. I used a tassel and some string that matches the cover exactly, and a little bit of trim up here, two kinds actually. And I love it. I hope you do too. I'm going to give you a little tour of the inside. It was inscribed in December of 1945. So it was published earlier than that. I just stamped that up there on an antique piece of paper. And these are the original first pages of the book. And here it says that it was 1941. Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. I just love it. This is a 1955 American Highways Road Map. And this is just the prettiest little poem from the early 1900s from a children's book. What does little birdie say? You can see the little birdie in the back there and the little child looking at the bird, and it's a beautiful little poem. And on the other side of the page is another couple of poems that I just couldn't cover up, so I left them. I just love that it says a secret again for a journal. That's wonderful. Some fun clusters in here. Everything, of course, is authentic and antique ephemera. I use no commercial products or photocopies or anything like that. This is an early 1900s page. This is from Currier and Ives from 1902, and this is a small plate. You can see the plate there, and I put some antique paper on the back. And then this is from 1921. Is that lovely? It's a laundry detergent ad. Just terrific. This is from 1930. It's one of the blank pages in the ledger from the Beacon Lodge. This is an attendance record. This is a little pocket dictionary page from the 40s. And this is from 1938, and it is from Rhode Island Hospital National Bank. And if you move it enough, you can see the numbers done in dots, which I love. So yeah, I was lots of fun with that. That one is Dr. Eric Stone. Oh, it sounds like a movie star. Dr. Eric Stone. The gardener's right-hand man. Did you know it was a frog? Toad frog? Now this is cool. I actually adhered this vintage stamp on here. And then I found this as I was going through my scraps to make a cluster of the same guy. So I thought they should go together, and that was from a stamp collector's book. So you would put the stamp on top of there. How cool is that? One's 30, one's 10. Another wonderful little poem from that same book. And this is a vintage cross stitch, quite old and quite soft. It's just lovely. So I just adhered that to a blank, sort of just a text page. 1950s Pearl Shop receipt, and this is awesome. I've been using my Arborite countertop sample collection, and this is the originals from 1940s. This is Chartreuse Waverly, and then we have a coral. Aren't they fun? Remember the old kitchen tables and counters that were made with this? People would kill for that now, but really, really fun piece there. You'll love. Great piece of nostalgia. Botanicals book page, vintage, and these are antique book notes or banknotes from 1922. Fun little cluster here, a little mini one, little mini pocket. This is from 1920s, Things to Make and Do book. And this is from a 1930s children's book, like a circus page. And look at this wonderful plate from this early 1900s children's book. And that is just lovely, putting the horseshoes on the horse here with the little dog down here. I love it. Here's some children drawing animals and using clay. More play here. Just the colors are they're so bright, in such good condition. This is from my vintage Birds, Eggs, and Their Nests book. Isn't that lovely? And that's in one of my corner pockets with the little hidden journaling spots underneath. And then this is also from a children's book page, antique, or sorry, vintage this one is. And you've got the dad and his 3 kids there, and I put some antique paper here and here so that you can use that for a journaling spot as well. Another one of the original book pages, The Heart Remembers. I made this little booklet out of a 1953 university photo album. And some blank antique paper, and look at this wonderful knitting paper. This is from a vintage children's book. So just really, really fun. Isn't that neat? Original autographs on there too. And then this is a page from the Theater Arts magazine from 1940s. And this is all about Miss Helen Hayes. And then this is a play that Tender Trap. So really fun reading there. You can do lots with that if you're a media artist as well. Fun clusters, that's a vintage piece there. Vintage botanical book page. This is an antique paper journaling tag. And this is a wonderful, if you follow me, you'll have seen this wallpaper border before. This is one of the hand-rolled borders from the 1920s. It's spectacular. And more clusters, antique pages. There used to be a plate on here, and you can still see the original glue marks from that. A vintage recipe book page, a 1936 French almanac from Paris page here. I made it into a pocket. And then this, the little lady's roses, I turned that into a journaling page as well with antique paper on the back. And this is that Theater Arts magazine page. This one is from 1956, and that's the cover. And that's Orson Welles. If you're my age, you know who he is. Oh God, now I'm depressed. Okay, this is another wonderful vintage cookbook page. This is some original tissue from a page on the flip side over there. And I put some vintage crochet here just for beauty. And this is a 1905 woodworking book page. Another wonderful children's book page up in the hayloft. I got that from the back of an antique book that advertises other books. And look at this cool one here. This is from 1928. It's almost 100 years old. And that is correspondence from a magazine regarding a subscription. And then there's a wonderful children's book page image. Isn't that awesome? It looks like they're having a little tea party there. This great vintage dictionary page here. And this wonderful 1920s or earlier photograph. Isn't that neat? And that's still on its original photo album backing. Another great full page illustration here from a 1930s children's book. Fuzzy cardstock, love it. And then this cute little vintage kitten playing card here. And some 1930s Monopoly money. And another fun, hilarious 1940s home encyclopedia of housekeeping. I got that from a wonderful antique book there called The Thought Book. And I thought that was perfect for a journal. More kids page illustrations. Just put some antique paper on here so you can have more journaling space. And don't forget, you can add pages to this as well. Make it your own. Make it better for journaling. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Hyperstamper.etsy.com, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.